Do you really believe that God designed you to struggle? That you were meant to knock on doors that refuse to open, searching endlessly for something that already lives inside you? No, that is the greatest deception of this world. You were never meant to look for a job. You were never meant to chase anything. The moment you begin searching, you admit that you lack. And when you affirm lack, you create more of it. God placed within you the power to call forth whatever you need. But instead of using that power, you were conditioned to believe that work, effort, and struggle are the only way. That is a lie. When have you ever received something by force? When has worry ever delivered your desires? It never has. The key was never in the search. The key is in the knowing. A man who knows he is wealthy does not hunt for money. A man who knows he is loved does not chase affection. A man who knows he is chosen does not beg for opportunities. God said, "Be still and know that I am God." Not work harder, not beg, not worry. No. If you have been looking for a job, stop. If you have been looking for security, stop. Turn inward. See yourself already in possession of what you seek. Live in the end. Feel the relief, the joy, the certainty of already having it. Doors will open where there were none. Opportunities will call to you. God never told you to look for anything. He told you to believe and receive. Everything you experience in life is a direct reflection of your inner world. The circumstances, the people, the opportunities, and even the challenges that appear before you are not random. They are projections of the beliefs you hold within. If you truly grasp this, you will understand that nothing is happening to you. It is all happening through you. The moment you realize this, you stop being a victim of life and become the master of it. From the time you were born, you were conditioned to believe that the outside world holds the answers to your desires. You were taught that success comes from hard work, that love comes from another person, that happiness is found in material gain. But what if none of that were true? What if everything you seek is already inside you, waiting to be recognized? The world is simply a mirror reflecting your deepest assumptions. Believe the world is cruel and unfair, and it will show you evidence that confirms it. You will meet obstacles, unkind people, and situations that reinforce your assumption. But believe that life is unfolding perfectly for you, that you are always guided and always provided for, and the world will shape itself to reflect that truth. It is never the world that changes first. It is you. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your dominant beliefs are shaping your experience right now. If you look around at your life and see lack, struggle, or limitations, understand this. They are not outside forces controlling your fate. They are simply reflections of the assumptions you have accepted as true. You do not need to fight them, complain about them, or fear them. You only need to change the cause, the state of mind that is producing them. Most people try to change their outer conditions without touching their inner reality. They chase money, love, or recognition, hoping that getting them will bring peace. But even when they succeed, they soon feel empty again, needing more. Why? Because the source was never addressed. A person who feels unworthy will keep manifesting situations that confirm that unworthiness, no matter how much they achieve. But a person who feels abundant will attract abundance, even if they start with nothing. So here is the real question. What are you assuming to be true about yourself? Do you see yourself as powerful, as worthy, as someone who naturally attracts what they desire? Or do you see yourself as someone who must struggle, must prove their worth, must fight for everything? The world will only ever confirm what you assume. To transform your reality, you must first transform your inner world. It is not enough to wish for a better life. You must step into the version of yourself who already has it. If you desire love, feel loved now. If you desire wealth, embody the feeling of abundance now. The outer world always lags behind your inner world. It will catch up once you make the shift. This is why so many people feel stuck. They are waiting for the world to change so they can feel different, not realizing that the world is waiting for them to change first. When you take responsibility for your reality, you reclaim your power. You no longer react to life. You direct it. You no longer beg for opportunities. They find you. You no longer seek approval. You radiate confidence. The external world is not your master. It is your servant, and it reflects you perfectly, without fail. If you want to know what you truly believe about yourself, look at your life. It is the most honest feedback you will ever receive. And if you do not like what you see, do not resist it. Change it from within. You were never meant to search outside yourself for what already exists within. You are not here to chase, to struggle, or to hope that life will be kind to you. You are here to declare, to assume, to know that what you desire is already yours. And when you do, the world will have no choice but to reflect that truth back to you. Stay with me, because this next part changes how you see everything. You were never meant to chase, to struggle, or to beg for what is already yours. The idea that you must exhaust yourself to receive the blessings of life is a belief imposed by the world, not by God. From the moment you were created, everything you would ever need was already set in place for you. Your only task is to align with it, receive it, and trust that it is already done. When you chase something, you affirm that it is separate from you. You send a message to yourself and the world that you do not have it. And by doing so, you create more distance between you and your desire. But when you receive, you acknowledge that what you seek is already within reach. You shift from a state of lack to a state of fulfillment, and life responds accordingly. Look at nature. Does the sun chase the sky? Do the rivers beg the ocean to accept their flow? No, everything moves in harmony, effortlessly aligning with its purpose. Trees do not struggle to grow. They simply absorb the light and water given to them, and growth happens naturally. Birds do not wake up in fear of lack. They trust that the earth will provide. You too are part of this divine design. What is meant for you cannot be lost. God placed within you the power to call forth everything you need. When you align with this, you stop operating from desperation, and life becomes effortless. The world has taught you to believe in struggle. It has conditioned you to think that success comes only to those who work the hardest, that love is something you must prove yourself worthy of, that opportunities must be fought for. But have you ever noticed that those who truly succeed, those who seem to attract everything with ease, are the ones who do not chase? They carry a knowing and unshakable faith that what they desire is already theirs. They do not beg, they allow. They do not force, they receive. If you find yourself in a constant state of seeking, take a step back and ask yourself, what am I affirming with my actions? Am I declaring that I lack? Am I acting as if what I desire is separate from me? The moment you shift your perception, the moment you see yourself as already in possession of what you desire, the chase ends. You do not need to run after anything. It will come to you naturally. God never intended for you to beg for what is rightfully yours. Hear me on this. Imagine a child asking a parent for food, and the parent answering, "Only if you prove yourself worthy." That would be absurd. Yet that is how so many approach life, believing they must earn what is already freely given. God does not withhold. What you desire is not a matter of worthiness, it is a matter of alignment. The key to receiving is in your state of being. The external world is simply a reflection of your internal state. The moment you stop chasing and start receiving, you will notice something miraculous. The things you once ran after will begin to seek you. Opportunities will arise effortlessly. People will appear at the right time, and doors you never knocked on will open before you. This is not wishful thinking, this is divine law. The more you chase, the more you affirm separation. But the more you trust, the more you allow what is already yours to come to you. Let go of the struggle. Release the need to force things into existence. Stand in the knowing that you were never meant to chase, but to receive. Everything you experience is shaped by the assumptions you hold within. Your world is not happening to you, it is happening through you. What you assume to be true becomes your reality, and what you persist in imagining will inevitably take form in your life. You are not at the mercy of circumstances, because circumstances are only reflections of your inner state. The only reality that exists is the one you create in your imagination. Most people believe that the physical world is the ultimate truth, but the unseen is far more powerful than the seen. Everything that exists today was once only an idea. The chair you sit on, the building you stand in, the life you live, all were first imagined before they became real. Creation begins in the mind, and then it manifests outwardly. If you truly understand this, you will stop reacting to life as if it is separate from you. You will realize that life is responding to you. mirroring back the state of your consciousness. When you assume lack, you walk into situations that confirm your assumption. You see evidence of struggle, of limitation, of things not working out. But this is not because the world is against you. It is because you accepted the idea of lack as true. Your mind is the projector. Life is the screen. Change the projection, and the picture must change. The same is true for abundance. Assume that life is full, that you are always provided for, that opportunities flow to you effortlessly, and the world will have no choice but to confirm it. You will be in the right place at the right time. You will meet people who open doors for you. Solutions will appear before problems even arise. This is not coincidence, this is law. Many people struggle because they live only in reaction to the physical world, forgetting that they are the cause of it. They see lack and reinforce it by believing in it more. They feel rejected and assume they are unworthy, which only brings more rejection. But those who understand imagination do not let the outside world dictate their inner state. They do not wait for evidence. They believe first, and then the evidence appears. The world will always conform to what you persist in assuming. If you wish to change your life, change your inner conversation. What are you telling yourself daily? What images are you entertaining in your mind? Think failure constantly, and do not be surprised when you experience it. Dwell on being unloved, and do not be shocked when you attract more loneliness. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It accepts what you impress upon it and brings it to life. This is why you must assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Do not wait for things to change before you feel abundant, loved, or successful. Feel it now. Walk in the knowing that it is already done. Speak as if you have already received. Think from the place of fulfillment, not longing. Pay attention to this. The world will adjust itself to match the state you occupy. Some will doubt this. They believe circumstances are fixed and life is a matter of fate. But those who have tested imagination know the truth. The only fate that exists is the one you create. Accept limitations, and they will rule your life. Choose to believe in the unseen. Persist in assuming the reality you desire, and nothing is impossible. You do not need to struggle, chase, or fight the world. You only need to change the assumption that is creating it. Assume abundance, and you will live in abundance. The world is not separate from you. It is you pushed outward. And here is something most people never hear. Desire is not random. It is not something you create on your own, and it is not something you must fight for. Desire is God speaking to you, calling you toward the life that is already yours. The moment a vision of prosperity, love, or success enters your heart, it already exists in the unseen realm. You do not need to struggle for it or earn it through effort. Your only task is to awaken to it, recognize that it is already yours, and allow it to unfold. Most people misunderstand desire. They see it as a sign of lack, as something to chase. They believe that wanting something means they do not yet have it, so they spend their lives running after dreams that seem just out of reach. But this is an illusion. The very fact that you desire something is proof that it is already yours. If it were not meant for you, it would never have entered your awareness. The feeling of desire is God's way of showing you what is possible. Think of a radio. The station you wish to hear is already broadcasting. You simply need to tune in to the right frequency. In the same way, your desire already exists in the unseen. When you desire wealth, the reality of wealth is calling you. When you desire love, love is already prepared for you. When you desire success, success is waiting for you to claim it. You are not creating something new. You are awakening to what has always been yours. The mistake many make is thinking they must work for what they desire. They believe they must prove their worth, struggle, and fight to receive what is naturally theirs. But God does not place a desire in your heart only to make you suffer for it. The struggle is never in receiving. The struggle is only in believing that you must struggle. When you release the need to fight, you will see how effortlessly life unfolds. To awaken to your desire, accept first that it is already done. Live in the feeling of its fulfillment, knowing that the unseen is just as real as the seen. This is why faith is so powerful. It is the ability to see beyond appearances, to trust in what the world cannot yet see. The moment you believe your desire is already yours, Life rearranges itself to reflect that belief. Some argue that desire leads to disappointment. That only happens when you treat desire as something outside of yourself, something to be obtained. The truth is, you do not chase your desires, you assume them. You embody the state of already having what you want, and the world responds. Look at how effortlessly the sun rises each morning, how the seasons change without force, how rivers flow to the ocean without resistance. Nature does not struggle, neither should you. When you align with the truth that your desire is already yours, you will experience that same effortless flow. You will no longer seek, you will simply receive. Let go of the idea that you must work for what is already given. Let go of the belief that you are separate from what you desire. Trust that the vision placed in your heart is not a test and not a tease, but a promise. Your only responsibility is to align with it, to live in the knowing that it is done. There is a profound difference between searching for something and knowing it is already yours. The search implies separation, a belief that what you desire is outside of you. But nothing is missing. The reality you seek already exists. Only your awareness of it needs to shift. When you live in the end rather than in the search, the world rearranges itself to reflect your certainty. Most people live in a constant state of seeking love, wealth, and happiness, believing these things exist somewhere beyond their current experience. And because they keep affirming that they do not have what they want, life keeps showing them the absence of it. Seeking reinforces the idea that you lack. But when you live in the end, you stop searching and start being. You no longer look for signs, you embody the feeling of already having it. Listen closely, because this is where most people lose it. Consider an actor preparing for a role. The moment they step on stage, they do not act as if they are becoming the character. They are the character. They fully assume the identity, and because they commit, the audience believes it too. The same is true for you. When you assume the state of your fulfilled desire, life becomes the stage that conforms to your assumption. Many hesitate because they are waiting for proof. They want to see the evidence before they believe. But that is not how creation works. The seen world is only a reflection of the unseen. If you wait for physical proof before changing your assumption, you will stay stuck in the loop of waiting. The moment you stop waiting and start knowing, everything shifts. Take a person who desires wealth. If they constantly tell themselves they are poor, check their bank account in disappointment, and worry about every bill, they are living in lack. But if they shift their assumption, if they begin to feel abundant, to walk with confidence, to decide from a place of prosperity rather than fear, their outer world begins to reflect the new inner state. Opportunities arise, doors open, circumstances shift to match the assumption. This is not magic, this is law. You do not need to figure out how it will happen. You only need to assume that it already has. Doubt is what keeps most people trapped in the search. They waver between belief and disbelief, constantly checking for signs. But faith does not waver. Faith does not ask for reassurance. Faith declares something is true, and in doing so, it makes it true. Embody the reality you desire before you see it. Do not wait for the world to give you permission to feel wealthy, loved, or successful. Feel it now. Own it now. Walk as if it were already yours, and soon you will find that it is. The moment you stop seeking and start knowing, the world moves to reflect your certainty. It must, because the world is a mirror of your inner state. Faith is the invisible bridge between what is seen and what is yet to be seen. But to many, faith feels uncertain, like a fragile hope. They believe only in what they can see, touch, and measure. Yet the greatest truth of life exists beyond the senses. Your desires are already fulfilled in ways beyond your understanding. Your only task is to trust, not to chase. Chasing affirms separation and pushes your desire further away. Trust allows it to come to you effortlessly. Faith is not about forcing reality to change. It is about aligning with the reality that already exists in the unseen. Imagine planting a seed. You do not dig it up every day to check if it is growing. You trust that beneath the soil, the process is unfolding. Faith works the same way. The moment you desire something, the seed is planted. Your belief is the water that nourishes it. worry, doubt, or force disrupt the process. But trust and live as though your desire is already on its way. Faith is an active knowing, the ability to walk forward even when you do not yet see the path. You do not wait for proof. You become the proof through your conviction. The great ones of history believed first, and the evidence followed. Hold your vision even when nothing suggests it is possible. Trust that unseen forces are arranging circumstances in your favor. When you live with faith, you walk differently. You rest in the knowing that what is meant for you is already yours. So stop looking, stop doubting, and start knowing. Walk as if you have already received. Trust that all things are working in your favor, and let life unfold in perfect harmony. Thank you.